friends. Wow, what a week it has been. And yes, it is only Wednesday here. I guess it's Wednesday where you're at too. Craziness going on in our schools, across the country, and just hitting close to home. And that's all I'll say about that. But yesterday was a rough day. So, but you know what? Crafting takes away all the stress, right? So what we are going to do today, I got spackling, and I'm going to show you. I get this brand right here. It's called Fast and Final. Super lightweight. I mean, it feels like you're literally not getting anything in this container. It's white. It's kind of almost like frosting, y'all, but don't eat it. I need to make sure that I seal it good so it doesn't dry out. It was like $4 at Walmart is where I got it, because y'all know that's the only place I have to shop. So what I did was, this is our seam, and I went ahead and spackled it. And so what I'm going to do is just take my little handy dandy sander and sand this down so that it's flush. And I won't make y'all watch all of that, but you see, it's just real easy to do. Dusty, but if you have problems with dust, put you on a mask or do it outside, or have somebody else do it for you if you're really lucky. I have not cut out the front door yet because I wanted to wait until I got that all sanded and everything. So what I have done, and I have not painted the window frame yet either. I took it out though so that I can paint that white. My nails are a disaster. I apologize ahead of time because y'all know how I feel about my nails. But my nail appointment is not until Saturday, so I just have to have ugly nails today. I didn't want to wait till Saturday because, you know, that would put me behind. I try to film every Sunday, but sometimes, y'all, it's just not possible. I get to Sunday on the weekend and I've got a million things to do, and so I don't always get a video done. But oh my gosh, did y'all see how many subscribers we have? We are over 900 now, so we are so close to 1,000. Thank y'all so much. I know, I'm kind of all over the place, aren't I? So, I cut these little bits out of mat board. Let me get our reference picture just to show y'all again. All right. We're doing all these little bits and bobs. So these above the doors and windows, I was going to do them out of, let me show y'all. That's not them. Where's the bigger ones? Well, I have some bigger ones of these little things. Here they are. And so what I was going to do, I was going to cut these in half because they were a little too wide normally. But then I got to thinking, you know, that's kind of a pain. And then I would have to fix them together, you know, and then so more spackling and more extra work. So I thought, you know what? The mat board is the same depth as my little wooden pieces that I have, and I just sorted those by size, the rectangles, the squares. I just sorted them into these little buckets that I had. So these 3 pieces, you see I have them labeled. One's the closet, one's over the front door, and this goes over the big window. So these will glue on like that. Now here on the front door, we have 2 little square ones. Well, I made sure I cut these the same size as the squares, so those will be next to each other. So I'll just use these square wooden shapes for those parts on top of the front door. So I've got those cut out. I also told y'all what we would work on today is our fireplace. I have not cut the front piece yet because I'm going to decide how I want it. You can see in the picture, theirs just has like a squared, a framed out little square. At first I was thinking of doing a curved opening there, but I think I'll stick with what they have and do the square one. So I will go back and do that the next time we're together, and glue it all together. But so I am not ever going to lie to you all. I absolutely Googled the 1/12 scale size, the measurements of a fireplace. So don't think I'm all becoming a math genius, because folks, I am absolutely not. So is that cheating? I don't think that's cheating. I think that's just working smarter, not harder, right? Please tell me that's what it is, guys. So let me get this off of here. It's got some dried glue on it. So I have labeled these. This is our mantle. And once I get it all together, what I will do is I will go over, you see how these edges are a little rough. I'll sand those just a bit, and then I'll go over them with scrapbook paper, so those edges won't even show. I haven't quite decided how, what did I do with my picture? They have a little bit intricate pieces. Haven't quite figured those parts out yet. So for right now, I'm just doing the mantle, the sides, and the back. And technically, I guess I don't even really have to have a back to it, because it's going to be on the wall. But we'll see. I went ahead and cut a back just for structural purposes. I think that'll help some. All of this will be painted and covered up, so I'm not worried about the words written on it. You know, I like to label everything because I am really good at losing things. And oh my gosh, guys, so I have to tell y'all a story. You're going to be, I don't even know what you're going to think of this story, because I still am not quite sure what to think of this story. I'm just gluing this side on, guys. So you remember when we first started the Lucy apartment, I started with the wall between the kitchen and the living room, right? Got it all cut out. We put the door in. We framed out the window part that's going to have the shutters. We put the little wooden pieces on there. Y'all, I lost it. I could not find it anywhere. And I had the door that I had made from the mat board that I was going to use for the, what did we decide I was using that for? I think the front door. So yeah, I could not find it. Y'all, I was in tears. I mean, I literally, before I filmed last week's video, I was literally in tears. My poor husband, he even ordered pizza. He knew I was so distraught. So I continued looking for it all that day. And I mean, y'all, there's only so many places it could be. It's like, what do you do with a little wall you've built and a door and the window in it? How do you lose that? So you remember I had been organizing the studio, and I told y'all, you know, for an hour, I worked on it for an hour, then I stopped. So I still had some of the trash bags down here, stuff I was throwing away, because I hadn't filled them full yet. So I thought, you know, I'll just leave those. They'll be there for the next time, and I'll just fill them up then. Y'all, so I thought, okay, I'm going to look through these trash bags. Y'all, I literally, and I don't know how, I really just do not know how, threw away the whole wall and the door. Y'all, what was I thinking? I just do not know. And I'm just gluing this part. I'm just cleaning up the glue because I bled over a little bit. I could not believe it, but I was so ecstatic when I found it. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Because I seriously, and you know, I could have remade it, but I didn't have another door. And it was just the point of the thing. Like, where could it go? How does that even happen to somebody? So y'all, I'm just kind of a hot mess. So go ahead and laugh, and yeah. But I did find it. I was super happy that I found it. And this is going to be our mantle. And look, I've got a little bit of a piece that's a little too tall right there. So I'm going to... Oh, is that annoying on camera? I hope not. I really hope not. If it is, my deepest apologies. But yeah, y'all, your friend is a mess. I am just a mess. People who know me in real life would not be surprised by that story at all. They'll be laughing when they watch this video. Maybe I'll just tell them not to watch this video. So, but yeah, it was a mess. And I just could not believe it. But I did get pizza out of the deal. I honestly did not do that on purpose, y'all. I would rather cook supper than lose something I worked so hard on. because y'all know how I feel about this foam core. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. So, all right, we're gonna eyeball that a little bit. I have to make sure it's, yeah, it's flush in the back so that it can sit up against the wall. And I know, y'all, it looks super messy right now, but you know, once we get everything painted and everything installed, it's really gonna pull it all together and is gonna look amazing. So, and I was going to tell y'all, so if you don't have DirecTV or anything like that, we do not have DirecTV anymore. We just stream now. Once we got satellite internet, it was so much easier. We had horrible internet before that and could never use streaming services. But I did find I Love Lucy is on Pluto TV, and it is free. We have a Roku. That's how we get it. I don't know how else you get streaming services. But I guess you could install it on your phone or on your computer or your iPad. I'm not sure, again, how that works. But yeah, so I turn on I Love Lucy again. When I had DirecTV, I had every episode recorded. And I would just play it every night. I watched it every night. My kids watched it with me. Everybody loves Lucy here at my house too, not just Desi. So there's the start of our fireplace. I am going to, it'll be zhuzhed up a little bit. It's not going to be just plain this card stuff. We're going to put a skirting around it and try to figure out how I can mimic the trim. I don't have any trim. I know I can buy trim though. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, I think has it. I believe Michael's has some. So I'll be on the search for something like that so that we can trim it out. And then of course all of this ugliness here will be covered up. This one will be covered up with the front. And I'm probably going to do the front, hear me out on this, with mat board. And I'm going to tell you why. If I can find a piece of mat board. I only have this great big piece here. I don't have a small piece cut out. But this way, when I go to put it on, it won't be flush with the mantle. Okay? Because I want it to be, I want the mantle to hang over some. And I had it a little out of line, guys. So, I'll use mat board for the front of the fireplace. And I think that will, look a lot better, and it'll be easier to manipulate it onto the front of this. So, and we can do strips of mat board for the decorative part on the front of it. That'll work really nicely. And that may end up being what I have to do for the sides as well. We'll see how that goes. So, we will set that aside, let that dry. We are going to, now, when I cut this other door, I'm going to tell you, I may not cut it. I may use the door we made out of mat board and just glue it on here. It'll be like a faux door. And then I won't have to cut anything. And I think that'll look really good. There's my Walter barking. I don't know what's wrong with him. So I've been trying to figure out the placement of these pieces that are going to go above the closet here. Where's our reference picture? I keep burying the picture, y'all. You see, it's not far above these places. So, and obviously we have creative license with this, so I'm not going to stress too much about it. I just want to make sure that they're all even. And this one I may go ahead and come up and make them even with each other instead of even with the door, because remember I made the door a little smaller than this. We're trying to even it out a little bit because of the scale of that piano, remember? So we have to kind of fudge things a little bit, but that'll be okay. It's in the end, it's going to look great. I am not going to glue the one on here yet. I have decided to go with, let me see if I can find the picture to show you guys. I was going to show you too, when you're doing measurements, I just Googled a tape measure guide. Now y'all know I sew, but I never can remember where 7/8 is. So I just pulled up a tape measure guide on my phone and it gives me the measurements right there. So 7/8 is right there, 3/4, half, 1/4. So there you go. So that's what I did. But I had a picture when I watched Marina's tour of the Lucy apartment. She had these pictures, and I thought these were really good, and I love these colors here. So I think I'm gonna go with a gray and an off-white. I think those are going to be the colors I go with. Y'all know I've been thinking about this and thinking about it. And I think I am going to go ahead and, let me see, and go with a yellow, a light yellow in the kitchen, because I think that looks good. Not a huge fan of the yellow and green, but those were colors of the time, so I think that's what we're going to go with in the kitchen. White fridge, yellow cabinets, green walls, and I think that will look really good. And then they also have another picture of the door. Remember, we have a door with a big window opening like that. And then we'll be making the stove. So that is the thing I'm most nervous about, is making that stove, y'all. But I know it'll come together. I know it will work fine. And it's going to be fabulous. I may have to use this side of this mat board, because you see how it's kind of bowed up a little bit, so it's not going to want to lay down. And I don't know if I can get clamps all the way up there. I should be able to, but I don't know. So maybe I'll just do it like that and put a little tape there. So I'll be painting over that where it says window, or I can erase it. You know, I have those really nice rubber erasers that work so good. I love them. I got those off of Temu. They work just as nice as the ones you get in the art supply stores. Which I can't remember where I had gotten my last ones. I might have gotten them off Amazon, because my kids every year in my classroom, we wrote a book. And after the book was written, I had to go back in and go over everything the kids wrote with Sharpie and then erase all their pencil lines. And oh my gosh, y'all, if I hadn't had these wonderful little rubber white erasers, that would have been a horrible job. But they worked great for that, so I really liked them. I dropped my window one, so I'll get this one. Okay, we'll put that one right over there. And I think once it's painted, I don't think, and you know, I may just add some more little decorative pieces above this closet door, like the 3 squares or the 3 rectangles that we had in the living room over by the desk. So we might do something like that, just to make it look a little nicer and a little more accented. So see, like, those are too small. These might be too big, yeah. So I may have to cut some down. We'll see. But they have these smaller ones over by the door, so maybe we can just do something like this. And once they're painted, you know, they're going to blend in with the rest of the decorations on the walls, so it'll look like it's done like that on purpose, even though not in the original apartment. I don't think anybody's going to look too closely, and if they do, you know what, it's mine. It's my interpretation, right? So we'll do that. All right, so that is where we are today. I am not going to make you watch me paint this, but as soon as I finish this video, I'll go ahead and get that painted so that it can get installed, and then we can do the curtains in our next video. My next video, I plan, this is my plan, and y'all know my plans never kind of go as planned, but I am going to, let's see if I can get y'all up a little bit. Yeah, my thing is working a little better. So we've got these. The front door is going to be right here. We'll have one of these decorative pieces over the front door. I am trying to decide, y'all, if I need to cut this down a little bit. I think it'll be okay, because, again, once it's painted, it'll just look like that's part of the wall. But I'm going to finish sanding this we're going to figure out the door. And I do, pardon my reaching, I have this door, so you know what we may just do, and I think that's upside down. It is. We can just do that door instead of another wooden door, because remember, we made this the same size, so they're the exact same size. This one just has trim on it, and this one will get trim put around it as well. But it's not going to make it too big, and it won't be as noticeable because it's going to be over here, and this door is going to go right over here. Okay, so I will install this door for next time. This door will be in place. I will get this all cleaned up. The sanding, I don't want to do that on camera because, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how annoying that is. Once I get this door on, so my goal is, we have this wall, that wall. We're going to have the fireplace done because we're going to have this other wall over here. I believe, yep, here's the fireplace wall. It's just a big blank wall. Now I do have to contend with something, y'all, and I still have not figured this out. My tape is stuck to everything, sorry. Oh, and I knocked the fireplace over. Y'all, mess. I'm a mess. I am a mess. Okay, fireplace is good. So, this is our fireplace wall, and you see so far, it is just a plain wall. So, the fireplace will be over here. We will have a chair right here. And I think what I'm going to do is just ignore the fact that there was a hallway there. Does that make sense? Does that sound like it will work? Because I don't want to put a doorway there and have it nothing, you know, just have a hole in the wall. So I think that if we just stop it as if that's just the room, I think it will be fine without that doorway there. And so then we'll have, these are my little measurement cards, my rulers everywhere. I just have a mess, y'all. It's not too short. It's just the way it's on the table. This one, the table goes down a little bit. So with this here, we'll have the fireplace there. It'll be on the base. And I'll have a chair there in that corner and the closet. And I think that will look good. I think that that will look finished and will look appropriate. I don't think it'll look like something's off at all. Now, of course, I Love Lucy connoisseurs will absolutely notice that there's no hallway. But I don't want to paint a hallway on there because I think that won't look right. And I don't want to cut a hole in it because it'll just be going out to nothing. And a door can't go there, obviously, because it was a hallway. So I think we're just going to ignore that hallway was there. What do y'all think? Tell me in the comments what you think. Y'all always have such good ideas. So I'm going to let you tell me. But the fireplace will go right here. And then again, we'll have the little sitting chair right there that they had there. Little overstuffed chair. So the plans are good. I mean, we're getting there. I'm going to get this other door. Here's this part. Now look what happened when it was in the trash. It did get bent up a little bit, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill that with a little bit of spackle just to level it out, and then we'll be good to go on that. I am not going to stress over that because it's going to be covered. We're going to be painting it, and I just think it will blend right in. And I am just ready to get this living room going so we can paint it, because I think that once it has paint, all that personality is going to come out through it, and it's going to really remind us of what we're going for, the Lucy apartment. So, how's that all sound, friends? It sounds like I have a lot of work to do, doesn't it? I will get it all going, so when I see you on Sunday, remember this is Wednesday, so when I see you on Sunday, we will be ready to mix paint or to paint. That's my goal, okay? I'll figure out this fireplace, what I want the front to look like and everything. I will get the edges covered with scrapbook paper. I also, after we paint, I'm going to have to do these edges with scrapbook paper so they just look a little finished. I'm not going to paint the scrapbook paper for these edges. I'm just going to leave those white. So yeah, I think that we're on a roll here. I think we're going to get it going. Once we get this done, we get to do the fun stuff and build furniture and just really, really bring it to life. I am still trying to decide. I think I'm going to go with the felt for the carpeting. It's a low pile kind of thing, so I think that that will work out the best, and it will be not, it just won't even be a standout, because that's not what we want. We don't want the carpeting to stand out, because it didn't on Lucy, they just had something bare bones in there, very thin. You could tell it just wasn't a very thick carpet. It wasn't a plush carpet at all. And then I think I've decided for the kitchen floor, I'm just going to paint the floor, I think is what I'm going to do, because they did not have any type of tile or flooring on there. It looked like it was just a cement slab. Now, I don't know that it was. It may have been wood or something, because it was on a movable set thing. So I don't know, y'all. I'm still thinking about that, but the kitchen's not right now. So we're going to get this going and get it together. So I'm excited. So let me know what you think of the plans, and if you have any other ideas on how to make things look even better, just drop them in the comments. I love your ideas, and really try to implement some of them. So again, if you like Hollywood type homes from your favorite television shows, check out Marina's channel. I will link it again in the description for y'all that want to see it. It's an amazing channel. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Like I said, we are just like 99 away from 1,000. So I'm super excited about that. And I appreciate y'all so much helping the channel to grow. So, and I promise my nails won't be gross in the next video, y'all. So thank you. Everybody stay safe. Take care. Be kind. And I will see you next time. Thank you, friends.